Malik Lyons at Franklin Day Festival. Tap into Franklin Somerset with
Menon, Cedar Hill Prep School. And Kristine Smith, Inspira Performing Arts and Cultural Center, and an alumni parent of Cedar Hill Prep.
Oh, fantastic. So tell me a little bit about Cedar Hill Prep, if people don't know.
So Cedar Hill Prep School is a private school offering preschool through grade 8. The primary goal is to prepare the top 15% in the nation. We are a Blue Ribbon school, and we're a Blue Ribbon private school. And for a private school to be a Blue Ribbon, the kids need to be in the top 15% of the nation. And that's what our students are. They're well prepared, well rounded. They can debate their way to any college or high school. They're sports stars. We have an alumni who's going to be a big NFL player soon. Our academics and our students actually are our biggest advocates, because go to any high school, even the teachers will talk about how well these students are prepared. And it's an affordable private school, because the whole premise of starting this was there's so many parents who want what's best for their kids but are on a budget, and all the resources that we use are for the students. And we also found, and this is by accident, that we are an inclusive school. So there may be kids who have Tourette's, there may be kids who are dyslexic, but our curriculum is direct and explicit, and these students have been doing so well that now we've started taking dyslexic students and giving them an extra hour of instruction, and they are doing so well. And we're not talking about just getting 50%, which is all you need to get to say you're proficient. These are getting 80 to 100%, which means they're in the top 15% of the country. So Franklin, this is a school in Franklin, in Somerset, showing how Franklin and Somerset kids are making waves in the nation. Thank you. And now I want to introduce you to Kristine Smith. Well, most people in Franklin know her. She is an icon. And of course, and she's also all about community work, community service, and doing right. And our association goes back 13 years, and she would first come and visit CHP just because she liked it, and keep wondering about when she'll have her kids in our school, and eventually she did. And her daughters were the first actually graduating 8th grade class.
Yes.
So, always love you.
Love you too. Thank you for having me, Miss Nan. Thank you for interviewing me. My daughters, Kiara and Kiana Smith, were part of the class in 2013, and as Miss Nan said, that was the first graduating class for Cedar Hill Preparatory School. My husband Leon and I were just so happy with Cedar Hill Prep. Our daughters started there in 6th grade and went all the way through 8th grade. And boy, was it just monumental for them, having small class sizes, which Cedar Hill Prep emphasizes. That was really important for our children. And they, in fact, for the colleges that they're in now, and even the high schools that they attended, they wanted that small classroom size, and it has benefited them greatly. And I take a whole lot of, I'm thankful for Cedar Hill Prep, thankful for the teachers that Ms. Nan hires. They really made a difference for our children.
Oh, thank you. So what are some things that you would want people to know that may not know that you didn't already tell them about Cedar Hill Prep?
First, they need to understand first the educational system. Go to the Department of Education's website first and read about it, because an informed parent makes informed decisions. You cannot just assume, and a lot of parents assume. Know the definitions. What does proficiency stand for? Proficiency stands for getting 50% out of 100. Don't you all want your parents, don't all your parents want your kids to get at least 80% out of 100? How are they being prepared to compete against other schools? Cedar Hill Prep kids, because they're in Cedar Hill Prep, we compete with students in other schools in many competitions. So while they're in middle school, they already know all the other schools and how they're benchmarked against it. What happens to most parents? They buy into the Kool-Aid that the school says. And they never know until the child leaves that school how well prepared or not prepared their kids were. So all I ask parents is, children are our biggest possession. They are our trophies. Let's treat them well. Give them the education, but for that you have to be an informed parent. They need rigor. They need homework. and they need to be benchmarked against the world. We live in a global economy, and every town has different standards. Every local district can choose their own proficiency scores. Every state is different in the nation. And that's what, so my doctoral work is in neuroscience and education at Johns Hopkins, and I have access to educational policy. So I am telling you, this is a country where education doesn't always translate to social upward mobility. Why is it that most of our senators, our presidents, their kids go to private school, but they keep pushing public school for most of the common people? And the kids who really do well in public school, it's because those parents really work with the kids. So 50% of the effort is on the parents' side. There are school districts like West Windsor and Montgomery. 90% of the work is done by the parents. So there are a lot of parents who move to those towns get very burdened by the mortgage, but they need to ask the right questions. How much of it was done by the school and how much by the parents? I don't see any difference in the curriculums between Franklin, Montgomery, Princeton. It's just parental involvement, parental knowledge. Those parents know the game and they play the game. And then let me attack tutoring centers. I'm not attacking. Tutoring centers are to build the child's skills. It's not to make them experts. Nothing like a great teacher or a great informed parent to educate children, to prepare them for the bigger world. So parents, I'm not saying you have to come to Cedar Hill Prep School. I can tell you that if they come, they do really well. But I'm also saying, you do the right thing for your child. Your child is much more than just somebody who lives in a town. Your child is a bright child that deserves a great future.
Thank you.